Flex Dashboard Introduction. Today we will introduce dashboard. Click template to select what you want template and drag a dashboard onto the designer. Okay, that's resizing it here. Set 100 as x-axis, 100 as y-axis, and align horizontal center and align vertical center. Okay, let's save it first. Choose the folder, name the dashboard and save it, and that run in browser. Okay, that's back to the designer. Where's the word media? Anyway, I'm just stretching it. Okay, let's look at other prop type and style. You can input the name of this dashboard. That is the happy. Happy dashboard and the margin. Oh, by the way, the name here is to make sure to set the point value in which dashboard in program. And if the name of the dashboard, if the value of the pointer fixed, you can mix the name of the dashboard. Okay, the margin is the distance between the arc of dashboard and the borderline. Here you can resize it by clicking up and down arrow button. Like you can see, if the margin becomes larger, the dashboard becomes smaller. Okay, that's to 0. Okay, and the location of dashboard also can be changed by X and Y axis we did before. Okay, the dashboard move it to right if like X axis value become larger. Move right, move right, back. And if the y-axis value set larger, let's get a change the dashboard down. Let's up, back to become smaller and the dashboard up. Okay, it's back to 0. Okay. And the background and the border. The background, the border, and the title are same as the column chart, so we don't talk in details here. Let's continue to look at gauge axis. Okay, enable the gauge axis and the radius. You can choose whatever you want. 38. Okay, and the start angle is the start angle of the pointer here, and the sweep angle here means the total angle of the dashboard. The total is 190. Now let's look at the difference. If we change the start angle, we can change, see if the start angle becomes smaller, the dashboard turns left, and if you set as 0, so what happened? The dashboard align vertical, and the sweep angle we changed to 300. Let's see the difference. Yeah. You also can change the scale type, the linear, the last one, And you also can set the base value by yourself. Normally we just use the default value. You can see. Now that's back to what is the 85 or whatever. Okay, let's see it clearly. So reset default the base value. Base value is now is the 12. Is like this. You can change. Normally it's 0. It's the default, and you can change the base value like whatever you want. And the minimum is 0. You can choose like 10 or 40. Yeah. And also the max one is the same. And you also can customize the major interval, like this way become larger. Yeah. S10, 0, 10, 10 become larger, 20. So you can see 0 to 20, 20, 40, 40, 60. Okay, that's back to 10. And the mirror interval. Mirror interval 50. And you have to enable the mirror interval. You can see the details of this. And next one is the inverted. Enable inverted. So the pointer turn to right and the value from the right side. If you disable, so from the left. Welcome back to Flex. Okay, let's continue to look at the gauge axis scale bar. The black line on the gauge, we can enable and disable it. And the axis size, you can change. The axis size means the space among the value and the color range. Now we can see the scale bar size first. You can change the size, become larger. Now you can see the distance, and we change the axis size. So you can see the scale between color range and the value range become larger. And if you can back, yes, okay, let's back to 3 and 3. Okay. And the padding is related to the align. If the scale bar align center, you cannot see any change. Let's change to inside. You see the scale bar inside. So you can padding become larger. Inside is this. You can see the change. And how about the outside? See, it's outside. Okay, let's try the center padding. Okay. And the fill, you can enable and disable. If you disable the fill, the hollow line appears when it disabled. And the fill setting we talked in column chart in detail, so we don't talk more about this here. And let's look at the border. You also can enable or disable border. The border means the line in two sides of the scale bar. The thickness. Did you see? And This is the scale bar. This two thick black one. The black line is the border. The border opacity. And you also can change the border type, the border color, which is the green. Yes. And the caps means the point here. No. Scale. Okay. So back to 2 or 3. 3 I think. Okay. Okay, let's continue to look at the gauge axis scale line. It looks similar as the scalar bar size we introduced before, but it is the line is above the scalar bar. You can see you also can enable or disable it. The thickness, the scale line here become larger, so it covers the line and cover the bar. And the type you also can select color. You can choose like red. You can see the scale of the border, and now is the scalar line. You also do the opacity and the caps and the joints. A line is also the same as the scale bar. Okay, next let's look at the gauge axis tick mark. You can enable this or disable. When you disable, you cannot see the black tick. You see? Never disable. You also can set the width, whatever you want, to become larger, the width, and the length, longer. Back. Let's back to set 5. Okay. And the shape default is the we looked at before. Yeah, default. And you can do circle, cross, become larger. See it clearly. 10. Cross and start 4 and whatever you want, the trigger down. This is the shape, and align we also talked before, they are the same. Okay, and also the field you also can enable or disable. If you disable, you just can see the border of the tick mark. And if you enable it, you also can set the type, the color, and the field, the board, or the board thickness, whatever you want. Okay. And let's see the major. Okay, that's back to field. Yeah, okay. And let's see the mirror tick mark. We enable this. You can tick like blue, choose the blue or grow or some whatever you want. And you also can set the mirror tick mark. You can enable it, and set the width 10. Okay, let's continue to look at the gauge